You ever feel like you're just juggling way too many things and wishing you had, I don't know, an extra brain or something just to get it all done without feeling completely wiped out?
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of, task overload. It's super common these days. The pace is just relentless. But
Crazy.
what if I told you there's this growing toolkit, a bunch of resources readily available, often totally free, that can kind of act like that extra brain you're thinking of?
Okay, now you're talking. That sounds, well, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we're getting into in this deep dive. We've looked through a whole lot of stuff to bring you the real story on 7 AI tools. And the best part,
Mm,
they won't cost you a thing.
exactly. We're diving deep into how these AI platforms can seriously change how you handle your day-to-day, boosting productivity, efficiency, just across the board, really. Think of it like getting a team of digital assistants, specialized ones, ready to help with everything from writing content, sparking ideas, managing your schedule, even like creating visuals.
Right. So, our mission today is basically to unpack these 7 free tools and show how they can genuinely help you work smarter, not just, harder. Okay, so there are loads of options popping up. Where do we even start trying to wrap our heads around this?
Well, the good starting point, I think, is something a lot of people have maybe heard of or even used a bit, but haven't quite grasped its full power for productivity. AI chatbots.
Ah, okay, yeah, the digital conversationalists. So we're talking about the free access you can get to things like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, maybe Claude 3.5 Sonnet.
Exactly those. And what makes them such game changers for getting things done, it's their sheer versatility. Imagine having like a 247 brainstorming partner right there. They can help you kick around new ideas, summarize really long texts quickly, generate first drafts of emails, reports, pretty much anything.
Wow.
Answer questions on the spot, even help you understand tricky subjects by explaining them differently. It's incredibly useful.
That sounds like a massive help in so many ways.
Yeah.
Can you give us some really practical examples how someone might actually use these day to day to save time?
Sure. Let's say you're stuck trying to think of social media post ideas.
Yeah.
Instead of just staring at this screen, you could ask a chatbot, hey, give me 10 post ideas about sustainable gardening. Boom.
Okay.
Or you get sent this really dense report. Instead of wading through it, you could paste the text in and ask for a quick summary of the main points. Save so much reading time.
Right.
And those little questions that usually send you down an internet rabbit hole,
Mm-hmm.
often the chatbot can give you a direct, pretty solid answer almost instantly.
So it's really about getting back those minutes, maybe even hours that we lose on the starting blocks of a task, the
No.
research, the outlining, just getting something down like an always-on jumpstart.
Precisely. And that efficiency directly impacts your productivity. You offload those sort of foundational bits to the AI,
Mm-hmm.
and that frees up your brain power and your time for the more important stuff, the critical thinking, the strategy, the actual doing.
Yeah, it's total sense. Okay, so we've got our tireless brainstorming buddy and quick researcher. What's tool number 2 in our free AI productivity kit?
Next up, AI writing assistants. You've probably come across some of the free ones like Grammarly or Quillbot. Their main job is taking your writing from, okay to really good.
Ah, yes, the digital proofreaders.
Mhm.
But they do more than just catch typos now, right?
Oh, way more. Yeah, they're great at spotting grammar and spelling errors, but the free versions also help improve clarity, suggest better phrasing, make things more concise. They can even help you tweak the tone of your writing, make it sound more professional or more friendly, depending on who you're writing to.
Can you paint a picture? How would someone use these, say, writing an email?
Okay, imagine you're writing a really important email, maybe to a potential client. Grammarly can check it as you type or after you're done.
Mm-hmm.
It flags errors, awkward sentences, might suggest changing passive voice to active, make it punchier. Quillbot's really good if you have a sentence that just feels a bit clunky, or you want to say the same thing but maybe more concisely or more persuasively. You just pop the sentence in.
So it's like having a second pair of eyes, making sure everything you write is clear, professional, error-free, without spending ages editing it yourself.
Exactly that.
Hmm.
It saves a ton of editing time, obviously,
Yeah.
but it also just boosts the quality of your emails, your reports, your social media posts, whatever you're writing.
Okay, communicating better, faster. Got it. Now, what about visuals? When we need a picture to make our point.
Yeah, that's where AI image generators come in.
Yeah.
And it's a really fascinating area. Free tools like Canva has one, Google ImageFX, Meta AI's free tier.
Hmm.
They let you create unique images just from text descriptions.
This still feels a bit like magic to me. You just type words and poof, a picture.
Pretty much. You type a description, a prompt, like, say, a photorealistic image of a cat wearing sunglasses riding a skateboard. And the AI generates an original image based on that. The amazing thing with these free tools is you don't need any design skills.
Right.
None. You can create cool visuals for presentations, social media, whatever.
Okay, give me a practical example. How does this boost productivity for someone who's like totally not a designer?
Right, let's say you need an image for a blog post. Instead of trawling through stock photo sites forever, hoping to find something decent that isn't totally generic,
Yeah, that takes ages.
you just use an AI image generator. Type in a prompt related to your post, like minimalist graphic, illustrating teamwork, and in seconds, you get a unique image. You can tweak the prompt, generate more options. It's fast.
That is a huge efficiency win. It takes away that whole bottleneck of finding or creating images, especially if that's not your strong suit.
Totally. It kind of democratizes creating visuals, makes it faster, easier, gives you more control.
All right, AI for words, AI for pictures. Let's talk about time itself, that thing we never have enough of. What free AI tools help manage schedules better?
Okay, this is a big one. AI scheduling and time management tools. The free tiers of things like Reclaim.ai and Clockwise, they're seriously good at optimizing your calendar.
This sounds like something I definitely need. How can AI manage my time better than my sticky notes and calendar alerts?
Well, they go way beyond just showing your appointments. They use AI to look at your whole calendar, figure out the best times to slot in tasks based on priority and deadline. They can automatically block out focus time so you actually get uninterrupted work done, and even help smooth out scheduling meetings with other people, reducing that back and forth email chain.
Like an intelligent assistant whose only job is making sure my time is used well.
Exactly. Reclaim.ai, for instance, learns your habits. It can find time for recurring tasks, or even things like going to the gym or blocking out learning time. It plugs right into your Google Calendar, say, and dynamically shifts things around when new meetings pop up, always trying to protect your important work blocks.
That's amazing. No more manually shuffling my whole week when one meeting changes. And auto-blocking focus time. That sounds like it could cut down the mental effort of time management hugely.
That's the core idea. Automate the tedious bits, protect your focus time intelligently. It really frees you up to do the deep work. Big productivity boost.
Okay, AI is helping us write, create, manage time. What about just dealing with all the information coming at us constantly? Notes, meetings.
Yeah, that brings us to AI note-taking and summarization tools. Free options like Google has Notebook LM and Otter.ai's free tier are really powerful here.
Oh, I can see the appeal instantly. Who hasn't struggled to type notes fast enough in a meeting or tried to make sense of pages of scribbles later?
Exactly. Otter.ai, for example, can listen to a meeting or a lecture and transcribe it in real time. You get a searchable text record. Super handy.
Wow.
Tools like Notebook LM go further. You can upload documents, PDFs, Word docs, web links, and an AI can summarize them, pull out key points, even help you organize your research notes.
So instead of me spending hours typing up audio or highlighting bits of a long report, the AI does that first pass, leaving me time to actually understand it.
Correct. Think about finishing a long meeting. Instead of facing a pile of messy notes, you have a clean transcript almost immediately. Or needing the gist of a complex paper. Upload it, get the summary in minutes. It saves incredible amounts of time, and honestly, it helps you retain the information better too.
That sounds like a lifesaver for anyone dealing with lots of info. Okay, so we're learning and absorbing stuff faster. What's number 6 on our list of free AI power-ups?
Number 6 covers AI tools specifically for learning and research itself. Free platforms like Perplexity AI and the free tier of Chat PDF are really changing how we find and understand information more deeply.
How are these different from just using Google or another search engine?
The key difference is they aim to give you direct, cited answers to your questions, not just a list of links you have to sift through. Perplexity AI, for example, will answer your question and show you exactly where it got the information, with links to the sources, so you can easily check it.
Okay, that's useful. Verification.
Yeah. And Chat PDF is cool. You upload a PDF, like a dense academic paper, and then you can just ask it questions about the document. What did this study conclude about X? And it finds the answer within the PDF for you. No more manual searching through pages and pages.
So it's cutting through the noise, getting straight to verified info, saving potentially hours of searching and reading.
Precisely. Instead of juggling multiple articles or hunting for one specific fact in a huge document, you get focused answers, quick summaries. It just speeds up research and learning so much, makes complex stuff more accessible.
This is all incredibly powerful stuff. So we've hit AI chatbots, writing aids, image tools, scheduling, note-taking, research. One left. What's the seventh free AI tool for productivity?
The final category is AI for task automation. We're talking about the free tiers of platforms like Zapier or maybe ClickUp AI. They let you connect different apps you use and automate those repetitive little workflows.
Automation. Sounds great, but maybe a bit complicated to set up. Can you give a really simple example of how it saves time?
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be complex. Imagine you always get important attachments in Gmail, right?
Mm.
And you always have to save them to a specific Google Drive folder, then maybe create a task in your to-do list app about it.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. A few clicks, but it adds up.
Right. With automation, you could set up a rule, a zap, in Zapier, for instance. So any new email with a certain label, say invoice, automatically triggers the AI to save the attachment to your invoices folder in Drive and create a task in Todoist reminding you to process it, all automatically.
So it just happens. No downloading, uploading, switching apps, creating tasks manually.
Exactly. The free tiers might limit how many steps you can have or how often they run, but even simple automations like that can save you real time each week. They just handle those mundane, repetitive clicks that break your focus, making your tools work together smoothly.
Wow. Okay, this whole deep dive has been genuinely eye-opening. 7 categories of free AI tools, all with massive potential to change how we work and, well, boost our productivity. So now we know what they can do. What's the key to actually making them work for us effectively? How do we maximize this?
That's a really important point. The first thing, maybe the biggest, is a bit of a mindset shift. You've got to see AI not as like a replacement for you, but as an amplifier, an intelligent co-pilot.
An amplifier. I like that. Like it enhances what we already do.
Exactly. It augments your abilities, frees you up for the higher level thinking, the creativity, the stuff humans are best at.
Okay, so how do we best use these AI co-pilots then? Where should we focus?
I'd say focus on using AI for those early stages
Mhm.
that often eat up time and mental energy. Getting that first draft down when you're staring at a blank page.
Hmm.
Brainstorming lots of ideas when you feel stuck. Automating the really routine, repetitive stuff that just drains you. And quickly finding and summarizing key info from that mountain of data we all face.
Right. Let AI do the grunt work, the initial heavy lifting, so we can focus on the strategy, the refinement. Makes sense. Any specific strategies or best practices?
Definitely. First, take a moment to actually identify those repetitive tasks in your week. What do you do over and over that feels like a time sink? Could AI draft those standard email replies? Could it summarize daily news for you?
Good point. Be intentional about it.
Yeah. Then really lean into AI for brainstorming. Stuck on a problem? Ask a chatbot for 10 different approaches. You might be surprised. Use AI to filter information. Don't drown in data. Get the essentials. And definitely use those AI schedulers to block out and protect your deep work time. Treat it like an important meeting.
Those are really practical things people can start doing right away. Is there a trick to getting, the best results from these AI tools,
Sure.
better output?
There is, yeah. It comes down to something called prompt engineering. Basically, how you ask the AI to do something. Your prompt is your instruction. The clearer you are, the more specific, the more context you give,
Right.
the better the result you get back.
Okay, so vague instructions get vague results.
Pretty much. Instead of just saying write a blog post, you'd say something like write a 500-word blog post for busy parents about quick, healthy breakfast ideas. Use a warm and encouraging tone. Include 3 specific recipes. See the difference?
Yeah, much more detail, tells the AI exactly what you need.
Exactly. More detail, more context means the AI understands better and gives you something genuinely useful.
That's a really valuable tip. It's about learning to communicate clearly with these new AI collaborators.
Totally. And like any skill, crafting good prompts gets easier with practice. Just experiment. Try different phrasings, add constraints, specify the tone you want, see what works best for what you need.
Well, this has been absolutely fascinating and incredibly practical. This deep dive into free AI productivity tools. Wow. 7 categories, each offering real ways to get time and energy back. From chatbots as thought partners to automation handling the boring stuff.
And the real takeaway, I think, is that the power comes from integrating them thoughtfully. Not just using them randomly, but weaving them into your daily routine strategically. If you do that, you can genuinely see big gains in productivity, become much more efficient, and ultimately free up precious time for the things that really matter to you, work or personal life.
So, as you go about your day after listening, maybe just think about this. What's one recurring task, maybe even a slightly annoying one, in your own life right now? Could you maybe, just maybe, hand that task over to one of these free AI tools? Give it a try. That small step could be the start of reclaiming a serious amount of your time and focus. Explore these options, experiment a little. You might be amazed at the difference it makes.